This is a 34 Kamazin. It's built by Windy and it's an absolutely fantastic weekender high-performance day boat. Now, Windy are known for two things. They're known for seakeeping ability and they're known for quality. And that seakeeping ability you can see actually right here from the front, because this is a proper deep V hull. Look how sharp that is. So when you're hammering into waves at high speed, it's really slicing through them, not as a flatter boat would be, bouncing off them. Also up here we've got the bow thruster, very useful for manoeuvring when you're at low speed, because that will actually push the front of the boat sideways. And this is on outdrive, so it's twin engines and they're Volvo Penta, so the drives are at the back. And one interesting thing about these is it's actually got stainless steel propellers on. They're normally aluminium, but the idea with the stainless props is that they resist flexing more and therefore stay more accurately tuned and give a bit more performance. What else have we got underneath here while we're down here? Trim tabs. These are to level the boat, so a little bit like ailerons on an aircraft. And I've mentioned anodes before. Anodes are things you have to change about once a year. They're sacrificial. And these are the anodes here. These are brand new ones. There's one there, and the anodes are on here as well. The idea of those is that they take away the corrosion when the boat's in the water and get destroyed rather than the expensive mechanical bits. Anyway, we're going to take a look on board and I'll show you what this one's all about, because I think this is a really lovely boat. Now, we're down in Poole at the minute. This one's for sale with Global Yacht Brokerage, who've organised this tour for me very kindly, and it's a good opportunity to see the boat out of the water. But also we can still get on it, of course, and show you around. Now, when I talk about the quality of these, it's things like the stainless steel work that's on here. It's everywhere. Look at the way they've got these rails that come down neatly into these cleats, for example. There's a shower on here as well, so when you come out and swimming, you can have a shower. And also underneath here is the boarding ladder. And that stainless steel work, you'll see it all the way around the boat. So, for example, the windscreen frame, all the way around, really high quality. Anyway, this is the cockpit. We've got the canopies on at the moment. These are what are called camper canopies, because you can actually sort of almost camp underneath them. What's neat about these is that they all fold away. If I can show you, there's like a track down behind here. You can lift these up, and then this back section tilts that way. So all of these canopy frames disappear completely around the back of the boat. That's a very nice feature. You've got seating here at the back. There is an infill cushion, so you can drop this table down. This opens up, of course, as well. That will drop into place, and you can put cushions on there, make that into a big sun pad, or have it up as it is at the moment as a table. And again, you can see the quality of the teak everywhere here, on the floor, all this stainless. These boats are really built to last. This one, incidentally, is a 2003. What else have we got? We have got a wet bar, and that's a little ice chest in there, but there is a fridge as well. That's on the front. And then hiding behind Maggie, we've got things like battery switches tucked away. We can get at them easily. And that one there is just a little deck light, so you can illuminate this area at night. It's a great seating area around the back of here. So it's very social. You can get probably, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, half a dozen people comfortably around there. But a very clever feature is the fact there's a button at the helm, and if we push it, that would extend out. You can see it going there now. And that turns it into a lovely either sun pad or like a day bed. So you can lie here when the boat's at anchor, out across there, the feet outstretched. That would be really lovely, very comfortable. I like that idea very much. Let's tuck that one away again. Up ahead of that, you've got the helm position. Now, these are lift bolster seats, so you can stand at the helm, or you can drop these down and sit on them, depending on how you like to drive the boat. I always like to drive this sort of boat stood up. It's a very fast boat. We'll come to engines performance shortly. Steering wheel is here. This is a tilt wheel, so you can adjust the angle of that depending on whether you're stood up or sat down. And then throttles are here. And what's nice is they've laid this out so that when you're going fast, you can get to trim tab controls, and these are the outdrive controls. They alter the trim of the outdrives, all in the same place. So it's set up for high performance running. Bow thruster control is there. And then you've got all your instrumentation. This is a typical Windy feature. They've paired these, so that matches that. These are for each engine, that matches that. So you can glance and just make sure all the needles are pointed, matching across ways. If they don't, then you've got a problem. And underneath here, That's the chart plotter. And rev counter's up ahead. And this is another typical Windy feature. You've got, as I mentioned earlier, you've got this beautiful stainless steel windscreen, but look at this rail they put on the inside. So wherever you are around the front of this boat, you've always got something to grab if you need it in a hurry. And these here, again, they fold down the back. You'll see they're on tracks. So the idea is they slide down the track, then just drop flat in behind that track that I mentioned earlier. And you've got another stand, sit, seat opposite. Let's go have a look inside. Now this is very much a sports boat, so it's not designed with sort of long distance cruising in mind. Having said that, it's actually very nicely fitted in here. Again, very much a Windy trademark is the quality. Look at the flooring, look at the polish on here, and this is a trademark Windy feature as well. That is actually part of the woodwork, it's not just stuck on. You can't feel that when you run your finger over it. It's all part of the marquetry. You've got a nice dinette area there. That table, again, that'll drop, so if you want to make that into a bed, you can do. There is another bed in the boat as well, which I'll show you in a moment. And then this is storage up in behind places like this. And again, the quality of the woodwork all the way around. Lovely. There's a small galley area. So what you have here is a sink. There is a hob underneath there. And over on this side, that's the fridge unit. And then again, storage and places for things like glasses or cups, actually. That's why they've got those little cutouts. And these are the original Windy plates and saucers and so forth. Very nice. That's the cups for them there. And unusually for the style of boat, this one's actually got air conditioning in it. I think you do need to be plugged into the marina for that to work, but that's great of an evening to be able to cool the cabin down after being out all day if you're somewhere hot and sunny. And then down here, this is just drawers. So that is a decent little galley area, and in fact you've even got standing headroom here, just about. I'm about 6'2", and I can stand up here. Obviously as you go further forward it drops, but that's all seating up there anyway, so it doesn't matter so much there. Now I mentioned there was further sleeping accommodation, and there is, because back here there's a little 2-berth cabin. How neat is that? Great for a weekend. I could spend a week on this boat as a couple, no problem at all actually. You can make that up into a bed, and that'd be very nice at night time because your head is at this end, so you've got lots of headroom, you don't feel claustrophobic, and your feet go back down underneath there. These are the cushions that go on that cockpit table to make that into a sun pad, and those infills there are for a table in the saloon, so you can make that into a double bed as well if you want to. There's even a little wardrobe in here, hang your stuff away. I think that's great. And if you look at things like the circuit breakers are in here, but look at the way they fitted this into this beautiful stainless steel frame. Again, very much a Windy feature. You thought I was going to say classic Windy, didn't you? It is though. What haven't we looked at? We haven't looked at the toilet. So close that one back over, and we'll open this one. I like these door handles they put into these. And there you go, compact and bijou. So, toilet is underneath here, and there's even a shower that pulls out, so you can actually have a shower in there as well if you want to. And that's just a dehumidifier that's left on here so that when the boat's been left for a long time, you can keep it nice and dry inside. That's all you need for a weekender though, isn't it? I think that's great. So, last things to look at are, there's a bit more deck area to see actually out on the front. Now what they've done with this boat, it's quite a narrow boat. Because it's a performance boat, clearly the narrower you make it, the faster it goes. So they've made it so that the cockpit goes out to the full beam of the boat. There's no side decks on here at all, as you can see. That is the side of the boat just there. So to get out onto the front, there are steps built in and an opening section of the windscreen. So if we zip that open, that takes us up onto the bow. So great for if you're mooring, obviously you can come up here to get to your lines. Also there's an electric anchor winch up here at the front, but also these big sun pads as well. So again, great when you're at anchor, lovely place to lie out and watch the world go by. So the only thing we haven't seen are the motors. And they are back underneath the floor. What we do with this, I just drop Maggie out of the way so we don't lose her. Slip these cushions off. Then there's another button at the helm which we press, and that all comes up on a hydraulic ram. In fact, it comes up on 2 hydraulic rams to be specific. So down in here we will find a pair of Volvo Penta KAD 300 engines. These are actually 285 horsepower each. They're a straight 6 turbocharged and supercharged engine. So you get a lot of grunt with these up onto the plane, and also plenty of speed. I reckon probably you must be up in the 40 knots region, I would expect, with those engines. And therefore cruising can be done 30 knots plus. So it's a real ground coverer, very fast boat. Not just in terms of top speed, but in terms of distance covering at cruise. Range, I'm going to guess a bit, but I would have thought 250 miles at high speed, something like that. But that is pretty get-atable. It's even got steps down into it and a place where you can stand and work on it. Very nice. Excellent. So, that is about it. That's the Windy Khamsin. Where am I going to sit? I'm going to sit on this step and say thank you very much to Global Yacht Brokers for organising that one, and thank you to you guys as ever for watching. We'll look forward to catching you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.